When I had the idea to do a book, I was looking for a title. And going through my poems, I came across the poem White Phosphorus. And I really liked the title. I thought it encapsulated everything that I wanted to say in 2 words. So I decided that was the title, and it was the springboard for all the poetry that ended up in the book.
My name is Sheila Schenkel. I'm the editor of White Phosphorus. When the publisher asked me to be part of an art project, to edit Lees's poetry, I felt the urgency to say yes. For me, art is a way of raising questions, of holding up a mirror to society, and Lees does that both in his street art and his poems. Yet even though art seems particularly important these days, it's given so little space. With poetry at risk of disappearing alongside proper bookshops, the ones that sell beyond the top 10, I'm extra happy to be part of White Phosphorus.
My name is David Beckett, and I'm the proud publisher of White Phosphorus. I jumped at the chance of working on White Phosphorus. Lees has been a hero of mine for years. When I wrote my own book about Amsterdam, Lees was one of the first people on my list to interview. The opportunity of being part of a creative project with him, it was just too good to miss. As a writer myself, I really admire Lees's wordcraft. You know, he talks about art, politics, philosophy, love. This is big stuff that he's touching on. It's beyond his own life, and he looks wider than that. And I really loved the idea of being part of something that would take that wordcraft to a bigger audience. I knew Lees had written some poems, but when we first talked about it, I said, hey, just send me the manuscript. Maybe we can make something of it. And I received 150 poems. I couldn't believe it. I mean, how often in your life do you get the chance to support and help a hero of yours? You know, somebody whose work you really love.
I started writing poetry about 15 or 20 years ago. I was inspired by people like Lou Reed, Jim Morrison, etc. And I thought it was a great idea to just start doing it, to start experimenting with it. What moves me to write a poem is everything I see around me. When I'm listening to a song or watching a movie or reading a book or just walking down the street, a poem happens. It can be also an emotional thing, a thought that evokes an emotion. So it's kind of weird. It's random things that happen in my life that evokes poetry. I wanted to put all the poems in a book because I thought it would be a nice supplement to the work I'm doing on the street, and that people can see where the work on the street comes from. From the day I started to write poetry, I always had a dream to also at some point publish a book with all my poems in it. So I think this is a great extension and a great supplement of the work I do on the street.